Here in Krynica-Zdroj in the south of Poland, the 25th Economic Forum has started. For 3 days, the biggest city in Poland, which is also called Polish Davos, is becoming a meeting place for discussing major threats and challenges in Europe. Ukraine is also on the top of the agenda. Being the most important conferences in Central and Eastern Europe, whose mission is to create a favorable climate for the development of political and economic cooperation between the European Union and neighboring countries, this year the forum has gathered over 300 political, economic and social leaders from many countries of the world. Informal atmosphere with no ties should help participants to find a way of overcoming problems which Europe has been facing for the last year. The migrant crisis, economic challenges in Eurozone and military conflict in Ukraine imposed by Russia are the main problems in Europe, the Polish President Andrzej Duda said at the opening of the forum.
Europe is strong but helpless in response to the problems we've been facing now. The Minsk agreements made some effect in Ukraine, but the conflict in Donbass still exists. It must end with peace in Ukraine and not lead to the freezing of the situation.
Hybrid war, facets of conflict in the new millennium is the topic of the first debates, which will be held at the Economic Forum. It is exactly the same situation which is currently taking place in Donbass. Recent Russian aggression in the eastern Ukraine and other terroristic attacks make European leaders to think over how to keep Europe's safety and how to put an end to the conflict in Donbass. The director of strategic communication for Ukraine today, Lada Roslitsky, claimed the internet and free media would help to reduce the dramatic impact of Russian propaganda, being one of the Kremlin's tools of this hybrid war.
In this war that we are seeing, we really need to rely on integrity, transparency and dignity when communicating, because the digital revolution that we have seen has actually created a dichotomy inside of informational warfare. On the one side, we have cyber war going on the other hand, we have psychological warfare.
Ukraine Today, as the first Ukrainian English-speaking news channel with a focus on Ukraine and Eastern Europe, has become an informational partner of the 25th Economic Forum in Krynica-Zdroj. Ukraine Today will cover key events of the forum and share interviews and blogs of the most important guests of the events.